Well, hello everybody. My name is Lindsay and I have been on a journey to minimalism for over a year now. That's crazy. And I wanted to share my realizations, my lessons learned with you guys so that you can kind of see what it's like to be a minimalist or at least be decluttering for a year. And where I started versus where I am now. I am planning to do a house tour really soon. There's a couple little jobs that I want to get done around the house before I do the house tour, so bear with me. That might be like a month from now or so. So minimalism it's been such a blessing to me. I feel like, well, sometimes I don't feel like a complete minimalist, and that's okay. Sorry, my hair's driving me crazy. I didn't know what to do with it today, so let's see. That's probably better. I don't know. And if you haven't subscribed already, just come join our little family. It's so fun. We have a lot of fun here. So minimalism looks different to every person. And since I am more like family minimalism, you can't just have 3 spoons. You can't just have a couple things. You have to make it work for what your life is. Messy minimalism is something where your house might be a disaster, but it's easily tidied. It's easily able to come back. You can spend 5 minutes in a room and it comes back. And that's what I did this morning. Other than like dishes in my kitchen, I was able to tidy my kitchen really quickly because I have places for things. I have homes for things. I've decluttered so many things that I don't have to stuff things into cabinets. So we're gonna get into this list of things that I've learned from being a minimalist for a year now. Started minimalism at the beginning of 2022. I saw a minimal mom video and I had been watching her for a long time. She's such an icon. She's so amazing. But she basically in the video was like, these are the 22 things you need to declutter this year. And I took that list, wrote it down on a little note card, and was like, I'm gonna go through every single one of these items. And it was just such a good start. So I took that list, I walked around my house and I decluttered those items. And no, I did not do a perfect job because nothing in my life is perfect. I do not claim to be perfect because ew, perfection is kind of boring, and that's not me. So I have a list of 8 things that I learned in my 1 year of minimalism. Things that I hope I can just relay to you and you can maybe take into your own decluttering and minimalism journey. Let's get into these. So number 1, do this decluttering journey, the minimalism journey that you're doing the easiest way that you can. Make it easy, make it simple, make it something that you are excited to do. Whatever gets the clutter out of your house is the best way. Whatever gets it out. If you have to do trash bag therapy where you just throw everything away, put everything on Facebook Marketplace and say, hey, come get it. If you have to do a yard sales are a lot of work. I never wanted to do a yard sale. I did one because I was helping someone else, so I was like, well, might as well bring my stuff too. But I wouldn't recommend doing a yard sale all the time. One second, my dog is barking. Of course she is. Easy looks different for every single person. Making it into a game, like doing the minimalism game where you declutter one thing on day 1 of the month and then you go to day 31 or 28 or whatever, how many days are in that month, and you declutter over 400 things that month because you did that game. Like, that is a great way to go about it. Whatever gets you started is a great thing. Whatever gets the clutter out of your house is the right way, bar none. That's the right way for you. If it got the clutter out and you feel good about it, that's important too. And you feel good about it, you don't feel overwhelmed, you don't feel stressed out, you don't feel like, my sister is doing a lot of decluttering in her house and she's like, I feel so good. She is one of those people that has to kind of like start and then she keeps going until she feels done. Like, she just like goes for days and days and days, but she doesn't do it all in one day because she's not a team of professionals, but she'll take like an hour out of each day or 30 minutes whenever she has a little bit of time to just go through a drawer, go through a cabinet, and she's she keeps talking to me and she's like, I feel so good, I'm getting rid of so many bags of stuff. And I'm like, that is awesome, keep going, because the motivation and the momentum is really important. Whatever you do, you're not a team of professionals. If you can afford a team of professionals to come in and overhaul your house and make it look perfect, picture perfect and amazing, that would be great. But I am not that, I don't have the funds for that. So I am on my own, and whatever you do, just start. Number 2 kind of goes along with it. There's only one me. Whatever pace I decide to take, whatever pace you decide to take on your journey is the right one, because you can only do what you can do. There's only one you, and doing it is more important than getting it all done at once. Doing it is more important than making it perfect. Doing it, just starting, just going, just doing it is going to, you know, you don't have to do something perfectly the first time. I will say that we renovated our entire kitchen. We moved it from one room of the house to another room of the house, and we basically built a kitchen from scratch. And no, we did not do it perfectly. We didn't have a team of professionals doing it. And even if we did, it still wouldn't be done perfectly, because humans are imperfect. And if you just start, if you just try, if you fail, that's a win. Those are such wins. I love when I fail at something. Well, okay, I don't love it at the time, but I love that I can learn from that experience and grow and do it better the next time, or start over and it looks even better than I thought it would in my head, because I tried it again and again and again. Whatever it was, I built cabinets and I failed a couple times. I've failed painting the cabinets a few times because I am not a good painter, but they look great for the most part. There are issues with like the paint and stuff and peeling and all that, but it looks good, and if I touch it up, then it's fine. I am not a professional painter. I will disclaim that for sure. It's all good. But there's so many things in my house that I love, and my kitchen is one of them, and we created that from scratch, and it's such a blessing to have a beautiful kitchen, even though there are a lot of imperfections in the kitchen. And number three is a motto that I say all the time. I did not coin this. I'm not sure who coined it originally. There's been a lot of people from the minimalism and decluttering community that say this, and it's just one of my favorite things to say in my head when I feel kind of down in the dumps, or when I feel like I'm not getting enough done. Progress over perfection, or progress not perfection. We are imperfect beings. I've said that a few times in this video, and I will forever say that, because we are. There's nothing perfect that we do. We are just trying to be as good as we can. And progress, there have been times in my life when I'm not progressing. I feel down in the dumps because I haven't done anything at all. Like, I've literally sat on the couch playing games on my phone, or I've just sat and done nothing, and it makes me feel so silly, because I just, like, what am I doing with my life if I'm just sitting and playing video games? Like, what am I doing? It's so much better to take 20 minutes out of your day and do something that you can be proud of, whether it's doing a load of dishes or decluttering a drawer that's really been bothering you. I would say that starting with the stuff that bothers you the most is going to make the biggest impact in the beginning specifically, but like just starting with something easy is always a good start, or something that will make a huge impact, like your closets. Ooh, I love that Marie Kondo always starts with clothes, because she knows that that's a big part of your life, is what you wear and what you present yourself as. And throwing a shirt on in the morning that fits you versus having, like, just grabbing one out of your closet and throwing it on is so much better than having to go past 12 shirts that don't fit you or that you don't even like. You need to have things that make you feel confident and make you feel good. I need to do some more like thrift with me videos, because I need to go find some cute shirts. being pregnant, I have nothing that fits me, so that's been fun. But yeah, so I kind of like in the pregnancy stages, I just kind of wear what I have, and then I just try and get through it, because it's just, progress is more important than making it look perfect. That's just all there is to it. I don't know, like when I did my decluttering baby clothes video, I didn't have a lot of energy to make it perfect and make it look good. And like I didn't declutter as much stuff as I thought I would, because I ran out of energy and mental capacity, and that's okay. Like that's fine, do what you can do. But it is better than it was, because I got rid of 2 boxes of stuff. Like that's a lot of stuff. Yeah, so progress, not perfection. You can always return back to a space and make it look better later when you have the bandwidth to do so. All right, number 4. This one applies to people that are sharing their progress with other people, whether you're like showing someone that comes over to your house like, look at what I did, I'm amazing, like I'm awesome, I decluttered all this stuff and my house feels so much better now, or whether you're sharing it on the internet. And there are going to be a lot of opinions, whether you're sharing it in person on your social media or sharing it on YouTube like I do. There will be people that come in with their opinions, and that's okay. Like I don't mind when people comment on my videos like constructive criticism, or like things that are just like, hey, this is where you should donate that thing. Like I think it's great, because I think that it's a great resource for people to come to and see what other people are saying. I love having like the different opinions and everything. It's so much fun to read. But then there's like those few comments that are just not nice, and you kind of have to just be like, this is my space. This is where I live. No one else has to deal with this stuff every day. No one else has to clean the dishes like I have to clean my dishes. No one else has to do my laundry, except maybe Devin sometimes. But like, no one else gets a say on my space. No one else gets a say on what I do with my stuff, whether I decide to throw it away, or whether I decide to donate it, or whether I decide to recycle or not. Sometimes you just need to do trash bag therapy and throw everything away and not donate or recycle. Sometimes you just have to do a day of that because you're overwhelmed, your space is just crazy, and the only thing you want to pull out is a black garbage bag to throw everything away. And that's okay. You're the one that has to deal with it, and that's completely fine. You do what you need to do to make your space better, to make your home a much better place to live. So I wrote, no one else gets a vote. No one else gets a vote on your stuff. And I did make a little caveat, I can never say that word right. I did make a little exception. I said, except maybe Devin, who is my husband, and even Dan doesn't really get a say in what we keep. Obviously I try to keep what he likes. Like I'm not gonna just throw away his toys that he's in love with. That would not be the nicest mom in the world. But I'm the one that has to clean it up for the most part, and I'm the one that has to deal with it, so I get to decide if it's something we keep or not. If it's something that's stressing me out more than it's giving my child happiness, I get to decide if I want to keep it or not. I can declutter that item, and that's okay. No matter if it was a gift or whatever, it is up to me. I'm the one that has to deal with those things. Anyway, no one else gets a vote. That's where we're going with this. Okay, the next one is, I wrote this a while ago, and I'm trying to decide if this is how I really feel. It's what I've done, and it's what I've been told, and there's really good reasons for this, but it's sentimental items should be saved for last. And I wouldn't say that last is the right word, because there's never a last. You continue to declutter your whole life. There's never a time when you're not like needing to declutter something, because whether it's just throwing away old garbage or throwing away things that like the stuff you used from your dinner you made, whether it's decluttering something that broke, or, you know, just decluttering things is a constant. You never finish. So that there's like no end to it. But I kind of see where I was going with this thought. So I wrote this a long time ago. I had started this list when I was gonna do a video of what I've learned in 6 months of minimalism, but I didn't have a very long list. I didn't feel like I was that like knowledgeable in the subject yet. So I was just like, you know, I'm gonna wait to film this video till I've done it for a year. And I still don't like feel like I'm the most knowledgeable on the subject, because there are people that know so much more than me, but I do feel like I've been doing it for a while, that I have a good idea of like what you should and shouldn't do, but I'm not perfect either, as I've said. But sentimental items should be saved for last, meaning don't start with sentimental items. Don't start with the things that will bring up a lot of emotion. You need to start with the easy stuff. Start with the trash. Start with the easy donates, or as Dana K. White says, the duh donations. The donations that are just like, duh, I don't need that. I'm gonna take that straight to the donation center, because who needs that in my life? Not me. Easy things to donate. Sentimental items should be saved for whenever you're ready to deal with that specific item. So for me, I have a couple boxes that I have just been putting things in that are sentimental to me, or to Devin, or to Dan, or whatever. We have a few boxes that we put those things in, and I haven't gotten to those boxes. I got to one box, I went through it. I didn't declutter a ton. I decluttered some, but I didn't declutter a ton. It's hard. Decluttering sentimental items is hard, and I have not mastered that at all. But there are things that, like, I'm looking up into my corner of my living room where my bouquet from my wedding is. I made it. I love it. It's beautiful, and like, that's something I don't know if I ever want to declutter, because it's something that I've just always, I don't know, I always thought I would keep. I do have a lot of stuff from like my wedding, and I have a lot of stuff from Dan, and I have a lot of stuff from my childhood, that there are things that I could declutter, and one day I hope to do the Swedish death cleaning on those things, but I haven't gotten to that point. I don't feel ready yet. I don't feel ready to tackle that project. And whether it's because it's just not a priority to me, that's fine. Whether it's just something I'm dreading, because there's a lot of feelings that go into decluttering sentimental items. So wait till you're ready, wait till you feel good about it, and wait till just it's something that you actually want to focus on, and especially if you are a very sentimental person like I am. There's some people that just can tackle those items immediately and just be like, oh, I don't need that. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing that you can do that. I am not that person, but I am me, and that's great. Number 6 is, we kind of talked about it a little bit earlier, but it's, okay, I need to like read it because I can't remember what I'm saying. So find motivation by starting small and gaining confidence and momentum. So like we said, start with something easy, start with something little, do little projects like your closet or a drawer in your kitchen or whatever it is. Whether it's just making sure that your bowls all fit in the cabinet so that you don't have them overflowing, whether it's just getting rid of chipped items from your cabinets, like chipped mugs, chipped plates, chipped bowls, chipped anything that just is like, well, I'm just gonna throw this away, because who would want a chipped bowl from the donation center anyway, from the thrift store? Not a lot of people do want chipped stuff. So start with easy things, find that momentum. I have an example of this, but it's not to do with decluttering, I guess kind of in a way, because I'm decluttering projects out of my life. I've been working on the molding in my house, and I started with a small little corner in my kitchen because I was just like, I need to start this. This is important to start doing the molding on the floor, like the baseboards, basically. Yeah, that's what they're called. Doing the baseboards around my house, and I started with a small corner in my kitchen, but seeing that corner being done, seeing the way it looks with the baseboards and how much nicer it looks, and how much happier it makes me when I see the baseboards all done and like put up and stuff. There's another corner that I started on. I got them all cut and I just like set them there, and it looks really nice there too. Like starting little, I started with one corner and then I worked into another corner, and it's just gonna keep going around. I'll go into the hallway, and I'm really excited for that to be done because that has been a long time coming. It's weighed on me a lot just to do that. So I've gotten the momentum. I just need to like keep doing it. Just like, let's finish, you know? Speaking of little things, number 7 is the little things make a huge difference in my home especially, and in my attitude. Like seeing the little corners of the trim that I did, and seeing the painting that I've done, seeing this painting that I painted. I know it's not perfect, but it is mine and I like it. So I need to put a frame around it. I'm just gonna get some like 1x2s and put a frame around it. I think it'll be cute. But I don't know, just doing little things makes a huge difference in your home. So don't discount the little stuff because they are very helpful. They're extremely helpful with giving you that momentum and giving you that attitude change. Those decluttering muscles, like even just doing one item a day will give you decluttering muscles that will help you be pushed forward and be able to do things and be able to declutter bigger spaces. And I did not ever think that I would be able to declutter the garage as much as we did, but we did a full day, like four hours of decluttering in the garage, and it made a huge impact. And then we took an entire load of Devin's truck, his 8-foot bed truck, and we took that straight to the dump, and it was just like, this is magical. I can pull my car into the garage. That video is linked up above and down below if you want to check that one out. It was wonderful, and it felt so good to just have something like that done. And that was a big job, but me and Devin tackled it in a few hours, and it's made a huge impact on our lives. So little things, even just decluttering the garage, even though that's kind of a big thing, but like in the grand scheme of life, it's not that big of a deal. But even just decluttering your drawer full of wash rags, like I need to do. I have a lot of wash rags, but decluttering your drawer full of wash rags because there's too many in there and you can't even fit them all into the drawer, it makes a big impact, especially on your attitude, because you get to see the way it changes, the way that your kitchen works, or the way that that drawer specifically works, because it actually pulls out when you need to get a rag. And number 8 is, this is one I just added the other day because it was something that, I don't know, I think that this is one of my favorite things that I get to do. Sharing my journey with all of you has kept me accountable. Okay, I'm gonna read what I wrote though, because I wanna say this specifically. Sharing my journey with all of you has kept me accountable even through the really tough times. So thank you for being here and giving me all of the encouragement that I needed and giving me hope and help along the way. So if you have a friend that can keep you accountable, it makes all the difference. I have all of you and I'm so grateful. I'm so thankful that I have all of you to help me through this journey and through the hard times in my life that I've gone through during this journey. And it's been wonderful. So thank you so much for being here. And I am so grateful and so appreciative, but I love you all so much. So thank you. And it's been a crazy year, and I can't believe that it's been a year since we started this. And for everyone that's been here with me along the way, thank you so much, because all of your comments and your constructive criticism has helped me a lot too. I really enjoy chatting with all of you in the comments, so make sure to comment down below what's something that I missed, what's something that you learned this last year, or just something that you've learned while decluttering your own house, and anything that you can impart onto the other people in the comments and impart to me as well. So I love you all, and I will see you in the next video.